Before we start, check out the description to find out how you can win a Nano Ledger S worth $150. It is no longer news that ADA's price has huge potential of skyrocketing in the near future. On several occasions, it has been referred to as a millionaire maker coin. Experts in the crypto world have not stopped being bullish about Cardano ADA. The renowned Bitboy crypto just revealed something that all Cardano investors must know. No one should miss out on this. And so, without further ado, let's dive into it. Among a handful of crypto influencers, Bitboy Crypto has carved out a reputation for being a leading example. Of course, he has his preferences, which he doesn't fail to emphasize. As a proper crypto YouTuber, Bitboy would not mention a fact save it drives huge importance and high implications. So, what about Cardano recently has caught his attention? Is it its millionaire maker potential? Well, Cardano's development team, IOG, has not failed to effectively foster progress and relevant development to the ecosystem. According to a report from IOG, the July postponements of the Vassal hard fork was because it needed ample time to allow for more testing and fixing bugs. This is a simple reflection of how meticulous and resourceful the team is. The developers have one main goal, which is ensuring that every day was working as expected before the final launch. Since the Vassal hard fork has been perceived to be one of the upgrades that will sponsor Cardano's soon-to-be explosion in price and value, the preparation has to be a thorough one. News about the Vassal hard fork recently hit the timelines, which is a good chance to liven up the hopes of those anticipating it. However, this time, it is for the wrong reasons. This situation almost defied the possibility of becoming a millionaire with Cardano ADA. The Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson stated during a recent livestream video that the Vassal hard fork does not have any quality issues. Hoskinson stated, "We have high confidence on our end that the engineering behind 1.35.3 is solid." He allayed the fears of people by saying that Cardano was not in a crisis. "Things are for the most part working," he said. Charles Hoskinson further added that the very fact that the bug was previously discovered on the testnet in the first place is proof that the testing processes are working. The code has been extensively and exhaustively tested. The likelihood of discovering a bug was very low at this point. He said this in reaction to SPO allegations of testnet failure and hurried preparations for Vassal. IOG also gave a report, which revealed steady progress on the Vassal hard fork, and there was no mention of testnet problems. However, a video from Cardano ecosystem engineer Adam Dean turned out to be a huge scare for everyone. According to Adam Dean, it is important to point out today that the Cardano testnet is catastrophically broken due to a bug in the Cardano node version 1.35.2. This was the version that we had previously been told was tested and ready for Vassal hard fork. This bug was only discovered. The developers stated that a previously unknown problem in Cardano's node version 1.35.2 that generates incompatible forks, which managed to slip under the radar of earlier testing, is to blame for the testnet being catastrophically broken. He further pointed out that version 1.35.3 is likewise incompatible and incapable of synchronizing with the original testnet, and that the two testnets are without a block history because the bulk of operators switched to version 1.35.2 to mimic the hard fork. Charles Hoskinson, of course, stepped into the situation to deny the outrageous assertions, thereby expressing his dissatisfaction about it. According to Bitboy Crypto, his reaction revealed that he was under pressure. Hoskinson has always denied that he was not the only one responsible for Cardano. He always shied away from being referred to as a major player in Cardano. Considering Bitboy Crypto's opinion about his reaction, Hoskinson earned a reputation as the face of Cardano. Hoskinson stated that the coding flaw discovered in that node version had been fixed in the 1.35.3 upgrade, expressing his irritation that additional testing would cause the hard fork to be delayed further. The Vassal hard fork has been projected to be a major game changer for the Cardano ecosystem, so it cannot afford to nurse hitches. But here's Charles Hoskinson stated that the situation has been sorted out, and there is no need to further delay the launch. The hard fork will result in massive gains, which can only be sustained if there is no problem experienced after the rollout. The Cardano founder is quite concerned about how further testing could affect the dApp developers who have been waiting for the upgrade for almost a year now. After all, the code has been retested a dozen times now. During an AMA session, Hoskinson addressed the unfair narrative that has been floating around Cardano and the testnet issue, tagging it as incredibly corrosive and damaging. You can't conflate a failed testnet with the mainnet because testnets are constructed and destroyed all the time in this industry. That's their point. They are in any way harm to Cardano itself. Also, he emphasized that the reality of something this big and intricate is that one can easily get caught up in the things that are not working well and ignore the things that are. He continued that the Vassal hard fork will produce better useful code and faster developments, as well as a new governance method with more inclusive institutions. Hoskinson has a good sense of judgment, so it's expedient that his views and opinions are trusted. He wants to get Vassal done together and move on to higher ground and fix some of the sins of the project, paving the way for Cardano to grow to its next level. The features are there, they have been tested thoroughly, and there is a high degree of confidence in them. There is no reason for it not to get over the finish line imminently, he said. The project's founder is one to take responsibility for his actions and would also stick to his beliefs and intuitions if there is no need for it. A similar situation was expressed on the 6th of September 2021, when Miniswap, a decentralized exchange on Cardano, confirmed that it had shut down its testnet temporarily. As expected, the crypto community reactions were not positive. A Twitter user was quick to voice his frustrations to Charles Hoskinson, but Hoskinson dismissed and denied any responsibility for Miniswap. "We are not responsible for Miniswap, and there is nothing to fix. There is no problem. You guys are just not getting it," he said. Miniswap addressed its issues on the 4th of September, but many critics used these failures to point accusing fingers at Cardano. Miniswap tweeted on September of 2021, "It is unfortunate that we have to shut down our testnet temporarily. We have gathered enough data from our testnets to improve the fundamentals of our DEX. In the next few days, we will publish our postmortem, our scaling solution, and when the testnet will be open again." On the same day, though it was more like a coincidence, Hoskinson live-streamed another video, where he cited academic papers and crypto literature. He claimed that the resources would help users to comprehend the ledger system and work around existing issues on the Cardano testnet. This was when the Twitter user criticized Hoskinson's tone, nudging him to take responsibility for Miniswap's failures. His refusal to do so and his subsequent explanations for his actions put the spotlight on Cardano fraudsters, as well as those who claimed that only one transaction per block was possible on Cardano. Charles Hoskinson remained persistent and made sure to remind his viewers of a famous precedent. He said, "You know, the UTXO model was not something we invented. It came from Satoshi Nakamoto, and Bitcoin has been using it for 12 years successfully." Hoskinson has an incredible passion for Cardano investors. If a situation is going to defy his claims about Cardano being a millionaire maker coin, he gets it sorted out immediately. But if it isn't, he is likely not bothered about it. So trusting Hoskinson's judgment, we can have a hitch-free launch of the Vassal hard fork. Additional tests were added to the Vassal hard fork after the collapse of Terra Luna, and the stakes have never been higher, with the hard fork, according to Charles Hoskinson. However, the hard fork is intended to improve Cardano's underlying performance and increase scaling capabilities. And when a blockchain hard forks, a newly upgraded blockchain splits from the original, as which was seen with the first hard fork of Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash and also with Ethereum to Ethereum Classic. It is also worth noting that after checking out nodes 1.35.1 and version 1.35.2, Hoskinson concluded that Vassal is looking good, adding that he was pretty happy with version 1.35.3. He also admitted that it is easy to get lost in the forest and not really understand the broader implications and themes of things. The ship is steady, and that's what a cryptocurrency should be, and that's what a blockchain ecosystem should be. But of course, how high is your hopes about Cardano? Are you ready for the Millionaire run? Be sure to share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. Now we'll see you in the next video, but before then, be sure to check out other videos on how Cardano is living up to the dream of being the Ethereum killer. And as always, make sure you click on those subscribe and notification buttons.